The black rectangle on your living room wall is one of the most expensive things in your home. And it is also, when it is switched off, one of the ugliest. A dark void sitting in the middle of your most designed room, demanding visual attention even when nobody is using it, disrupting every sight line, fighting every piece of art, every piece of furniture, every design decision you have ever made in that space. But in 2026, that problem has been completely solved. And the solutions are so beautiful, so genuinely, architecturally extraordinary, that interior designers are using the TV wall as the centerpiece of the room rather than its most embarrassing compromise. Fluted wood panels that make the screen disappear when it is off. Full architectural media walls that stretch floor to ceiling with shelving, closed storage, LED backlighting, and an integrated fireplace, all in one composition. Sliding barn panels that conceal the television completely when the evening shifts from watching to gathering. The Samsung frame that turns the screen into a museum-quality artwork. And the minimalist floating console approach that costs under $1,000 and looks like it belongs in a boutique hotel. Today I am walking you through every single one of the best TV wall and media unit ideas for 2026. From the accessible to the extraordinary. Stay until the very end, because the final idea is the one that makes the TV completely disappear, and what replaces it is the most beautiful thing on your wall. Before we get into a single idea, if stunning living room design, TV wall inspiration, and media units that actually look beautiful are your kind of content, subscribe right now and tap that bell. New videos every single week, and this channel is about to completely change what you think is possible on that wall. Let's go. Let us start with the overarching shift, because what is happening to the TV wall in 2026 is a fundamental design evolution, not just a trend. In 2026, the TV is no longer treated as a separate object placed on a stand or mounted on an empty wall. Want a living room that feels structured instead of pieced together? The wall is now an architectural system. The era of the white box is over. In 2026, TV stands are evolving into architectural focal points that prioritize warmth and texture. Standalone cabinets are being replaced by floor-to-ceiling fluted wood panels and acoustic slat walls that integrate the TV into the architecture. Whether you're hosting a movie night in the family room or entertaining in a more formal living space, the media wall is now the design anchor of the room, not just a place to hide the TV. The design anchor of the room. That shift, from reluctant compromise to deliberate centerpiece, is what every idea on this list is built around. The TV wall in 2026 is designed to look extraordinary whether the screen is on or off. Let us meet the specific approaches making that happen. What is replacing the standard TV setup are media walls that behave like full architectural systems. Storage, shelving, display, lighting, and proportion are planned together so the TV no longer dominates the room. Some walls absorb the screen into dark surfaces, others frame it with books, cabinets, or soft lighting, and many are designed to look finished even when the TV is off. The full architectural media wall is the most comprehensive and most impactful TV wall solution available in 2026. It runs floor to ceiling and edge to edge, treating the entire wall as one design composition rather than a TV with some furniture around it. The wall is divided into 3 zones with a TV centered and shelving mirrored on both sides. The base cabinets create a continuous horizontal line across the room. The design relies on proportion. Equal spacing and consistent trim keep the structure balanced, while the shelving allows for controlled styling without breaking the layout. The 3-zone composition. 2 vertical shelving towers flanking a central TV zone, with a continuous base unit running the full width at floor level. The central zone is slightly recessed, creating shadow depth that frames the screen architecturally and makes it red as part of the wall rather than mounted on it. The flanking shelves hold books, ceramics, plants, and personal objects, everything that makes the wall look inhabited and human when the screen is off. Key colors: deep moody tones, forest green, charcoal, and warm neutrals, cream, taupe, are replacing high gloss white. If you choose a dark paint color for the wall behind your TV, the screen will visually disappear when turned off, reducing visual clutter. The dark background principle is the most powerful single decision in any full media wall. A screen mounted against a charcoal or deep forest green wall reads as a window when it is on, and disappears almost entirely when it is off. The darkness of the screen and the darkness of the wall merge into one surface. Visual clutter eliminated. Cost of this specific detail: 1 tin of paint and the discipline to choose dark. Standalone cabinets are being replaced by floor-to-ceiling fluted wood panels and acoustic slat walls that integrate the TV into the architecture. Biophilic materials, including travertine stone, walnut, and woven cane, bring organic warmth to technology. Fluted wood panels. Vertical timber strips with a channel profile that creates shadow lines running continuously up the wall are the single most visually impactful TV wall treatment available below a full custom built-in budget. They transform a flat, painted wall into a textured architectural surface that makes the room feel designed at a completely different level. Sharp 90-degree corners are disappearing in 2026. The most sophisticated units now feature radius edges where the vertical wood slats do not stop at the side, but wrap seamlessly around the curve. This waterfall effect softens the visual impact of a large cabinet, making it feel less like a box and more like a sculpture. The fluted wood panel TV wall formula. Panels running floor to ceiling on the main wall, in a warm walnut, smoked oak, or painted in a deep charcoal, with the television mounted flush into a slightly recessed central section. A floating console below the screen in the same timber or a complementary material. LED strip lighting recessed behind the panels at the top and bottom, creating a warm glow that illuminates the texture of the fluting without exposing the source. The result looks like a custom installation worth thousands. Fluted MDF panels available from most home improvement stores or online retailers run $40 to $80 per panel for a large wall. Total material cost for a standard TV wall in the $400 to $800 range. The installation requires basic carpentry skills or a handy person. The finished result reads as architectural millwork at a fraction of custom pricing. Acoustic slat walls integrate the TV into the architecture while serving a dual function, reducing echo and reverberation in rooms with hard surfaces. Warm, earthy neutrals and natural textures, including wood slats and stone lip panels, are trending for media walls in 2026. The acoustic slat wall takes the principle of the fluted panel and adds a second layer of value: genuine sound absorption. Individual timber slats, typically 10 to 20 millimeters wide with gaps between them, are mounted on a felt or acoustic foam backing. The gaps between slats allow sound to pass through to the absorptive backing behind, reducing the echo that hard-surfaced living rooms suffer from particularly badly when films and music are playing. In terms of appearance, the acoustic slat wall reads almost identically to the fluted panel. The shadow lines between slats create the same rich, textural surface, but the warmth and intimacy of sound in the room is measurably improved, making film watching more immersive, music listening more accurate, and conversation more comfortable. Pre-finished acoustic slat wall panels in natural oak, walnut, or dark walnut run $30 to $60 per panel and install with adhesive and a finishing nail, making this the most accessible high-impact TV wall treatment on this entire list. For a standard TV wall, 10 to 15 panels cover the entire surface for $300 to $900 in materials. The transformation from flat painted wall to architectural slat feature is the largest visual return available at this price point. This setup leans into that upscale hotel aesthetic: sleek lines, soft lighting, and just the right amount of drama. The TV wall feels intentional and architectural, anchoring the room beautifully, refined without being cold. This setup is all about restraint done right. The slim paneling, hidden LED glow, and crisp floating console create a TV wall that feels calm but quietly elevated. The floating console approach is the minimalist answer to the TV wall question, and in a room that is otherwise richly furnished and texturally layered, the restraint of a single floating console beneath a TV makes a statement as powerful as any built-in wall. A media wall is a structured feature that includes a TV as the visual anchor, LED lighting used behind panels or under mantels, and a floating console for a clean, uncluttered base. TV height placement puts the center of the screen at seated eye level, which adds warmth and texture. The floating console in 2026 is not a box sitting on the floor. It is a wall-mounted unit, entirely suspended, with no visible legs touching the ground, in a material that has genuine character. Solid walnut, smoked oak, or fluted timber in a warm tone. Width, always wider than the TV above it. The golden rule being at least 6 to 10 inches of extra width on each side. The golden rule of sizing. Your stand should always be wider than your screen. Aim for at least 6 to 10 inches of extra width on each side to avoid the top-heavy look. Beneath the floating console, a continuous LED strip on a warm dimmer that casts a soft amber glow across the floor below. That glow, from a light source that is never directly visible, creates depth, grounds the console visually, and makes the whole arrangement feel elevated at the cost of a $15 LED strip. This wall treats the TV like a pause between shelves, not the main event. The illuminated display units pull your attention outward, making the screen feel secondary. This approach works especially well in larger living rooms where the media wall needs to hold visual weight even when nothing is playing. The bookcase frame approach treats the TV not as the focal point of the wall, but as one element within a larger composition. Specifically, a composition of floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. The television sits in one section of what is otherwise a fully loaded wall of shelves. Books, objects, plants, and art surround it on every side. When the screen is off, it is a dark rectangle within a wall of rich, characterful display. When the screen is on, it is a window within that same wall. The room is designed around the shelving, and the TV earns its place within the shelving rather than dominating the room from outside it. The key to making this work: the shelf sections that flank the TV must be at the same depth as the television, roughly 4 inches for a modern flat screen. Prefabricated modular shelving systems that can be combined to frame a TV centrally run $200 to $600 for a full wall installation. Custom built-in versions run significantly more, but the modular approach is indistinguishable in appearance for a fraction of the cost. An electric fireplace is safe for electronics, requires no venting, and in common widths of 50 to 72 inches integrates naturally into a media wall. Homeowners want a clean and functional TV feature. A media wall delivers strong visual impact, hidden wiring, integrated storage, and optional fireplace placement. The TV over fireplace media wall is the most visually dramatic combined feature available in any living room. And in 2026, the electric fireplace has made it completely accessible in any home, in any room, without a single structural modification. The layout that works. An electric fireplace unit inset into the lower section of the media wall. Its flame visible through a glass front. Its heat radiating outward, with the television mounted above it at the center of the composition. Flanking both, closed storage for media equipment below and open display shelving above. The fireplace and TV share the wall's vertical axis, one below, one above, creating a single composed focal point where previously there would have been two competing ones. Modern features to look for in media units include integrated lighting, integrated fireplaces, and modular designs for added appeal. Your TV stand or wall unit is more than just furniture. It is a statement piece that can tie your entire living room together. The critical sizing rule for TV over fireplace. The fireplace surround must extend the full width of the media wall, and the TV must be centered precisely above the fireplace opening. Any offset, any asymmetry between the fireplace center and the TV center creates visual tension that makes the whole composition feel unresolved. Symmetry is not optional here. It is the entire logic of the design. Biophilic materials, including travertine stone and stone look panels, bring organic warmth to technology. Warm, earthy neutrals and natural textures, including wood slats and stone look panels, are trending for media walls in 2026. The stone panel TV wall is the most visually bold option on this list. And in 2026, it is being executed in a way that bears no resemblance to the heavy, dated stone veneer of previous decades. Large format stone look porcelain panels, matte finish, minimal grout lines, in a warm travertine tone or a deep slate gray cover the full TV wall from floor to ceiling. The television is mounted flush with the panel surface in a slightly recessed niche. A floating console and contrasting dark walnut sits below. The contrast between the cool, geological texture of the stone and the warm timber of the console is the visual tension that makes this TV wall so compelling. One material is old, ancient, slow, geological. The other is warm, organic, alive. Together, they create a wall that feels like it exists at the intersection of nature and design. Large format porcelain panels in a stone look run $8 to $25 per square foot installed, making a full TV wall achievable for $800 to $2,500 in materials, depending on room size. The result reads as dramatically more expensive than that figure suggests, because large format stone, even simulated stone, communicates luxury with every square inch. Embrace a retro vibe with mid-century modern TV stands. These versatile pieces, often featuring slatted wood fronts and simplistic designs, fit perfectly into various decor styles. Walnut finishes and dual-tone designs, like a walnut mid-century modern TV stand with an off-center white cupboard, add character and style. Mid-century designs offer timeless style with a retro feel. Luxury consoles combine classic style with premium finishes. Not every household needs or wants a full built-in wall system, and the mid-century media console is the most elegant freestanding TV furniture solution in 2026, because its proportions are inherently correct for the way modern televisions look mounted above them. Taper legs, low profile, never more than 24 inches tall, long and horizontal, ideally wider than the TV by at least 12 inches on each side. Walnut or teak finish, slatted or cane front door panels that hide media equipment while adding texture. This is the TV stand that looks like furniture rather than electronic storage, because it was designed when furniture was taken seriously and electronics were an afterthought, and that hierarchy of values produces a result that the modern eye finds completely satisfying. A quality mid-century, solid walnut media console from a reputable furniture brand runs $600 to $1,400. A vintage original from a marketplace or thrift store. Authentic mid-century furniture, genuinely old, runs $200 to $800 depending on condition and source. Either version, beneath a television mounted at the right height on the right dark wall, creates a TV wall that belongs in every design publication covering 2026. The luxury move is invisibility, using sliding barn panels or Samsung frame integrations to hide the screen completely when not in use. The Samsung frame television deserves its own section, because it is the only consumer electronics product that genuinely solves the TV off problem without any built-in millwork, any wall treatment, or any architectural intervention. When a Samsung frame is off, it displays a museum-quality artwork from a library of thousands. Paintings, photographs, and illustrations licensed from galleries and artists worldwide. The screen dims to match ambient room light. A matte anti-glare finish eliminates the reflections that expose a traditional television as a screen rather than art. And it sits flush against the wall on a no-gap mount that eliminates the shadow gap between screen and wall that makes most mounted televisions look like they are hovering. The result, a television that most guests, in most rooms, initially believe is a framed artwork. The reveal, pressing a button and watching the art dissolve into a television, is one of the most satisfying smart home moments available in any product category. The frame is available in sizes from 32 to 85 inches. The 65-inch model, the size that works in most living rooms, runs approximately $1,200 to $1,500, depending on retailer and current promotions. The art store subscription that provides access to the full library of displayed artworks runs approximately $5 per month. Total annual cost, under $1,700 for a television that is also one of the most beautiful objects in the room every hour of every day is not being used as a television. Here it is, the final idea, the one that makes the television completely disappear. The most luxurious TV wall solution available in 2026. And the one that costs more in decision-making than in execution. Hidden tech. The luxury move is invisibility, using sliding barn panels to hide the screen completely when not in use. The concealed TV is a television mounted behind a panel, a sliding barn door, a hinged artwork panel, or a motorized lift mechanism that covers the screen completely when it is not in use. When you want to watch, the panel slides, swings, or rises to reveal the television. When you are done, the panel returns and the TV ceases to exist. The most accessible version, a sliding barn door panel on a ceiling track, covering the television in a piece of artwork, a mirror, or a panel in the same timber as the surrounding millwork. The panel slides to one side when the television is needed. Cost: the barn door hardware runs $80 to $200. The panel itself runs $100 to $400, depending on material. Total concealment system: $200 to $600. The television it hides is gone. The wall that remains is complete, beautiful, and finished. This TV wall leans into softness, curves, gentle tones, and layered decor that add personality without overwhelming the space. The TV fits in naturally, not as a focal point, but as part of the story. It feels personal and polished at the same time, like a space that reflects real life but with really good taste. That description, not as a focal point, but as part of the story, is the entire goal of every idea on this list. Not to celebrate the television, not to surrender the room to it, but to bring it into the story of a room that was designed for human beings who sometimes watch television, rather than a room designed around a screen that sometimes has people sitting in front of it. The television wall of 2026 is not about the television. It never was. It is about the room, and the rooms that understand that truth are the most beautiful living rooms of the year. So there they are, the 10 trendy modern TV wall and media unit ideas for 2026. The full architectural media wall that treats the whole surface as one composed system. Fluted wood panels that add texture and depth for under $800 in materials. Acoustic slat walls that improve both the look and the sound of any room. The floating console approach, restrained, hotel-worthy, permanently elegant. The bookcase frame that makes the TV a pause between shelves rather than the main event. The fireplace integration that combines two focal points into one dramatic vertical composition. The stone panel wall that brings geological drama to any media wall. The mid-century console that looks like furniture rather than electronic storage. The Samsung frame that displays gallery art when the screen is off. And the concealed TV behind a sliding panel, behind an artwork, behind a door, that makes the whole problem disappear. The goal is calm, balance, and long-term livability, not visual noise or trend chasing. Calm, balance, long-term livability. That is the standard every TV wall on this list was designed to meet. And now you know exactly which one meets it for your room, your budget, and your life. If this video gave you the idea you've been looking for, smash that like button right now. It genuinely helps more people find this channel. Subscribe for living room design guides, media wall reveals, and home inspiration every single week. And drop a comment below. Which of today's 10 ideas are you doing in your living room? The fluted wood panels? The Samsung frame? The acoustic slat wall? Or going all in on the concealed TV behind a sliding barn door? I read every single one. See you in the next room.